You step into the world of broken things, where every shattered shard and every fragment quietly sings the requiem of a once whole life. In this narrative journey, you follow the elusive figure known only as the Collector, a man who has made it his life's task to salvage the discarded, the cracked, and the irreparably fractured relics of both objects and memories. Today the story unfolds in layers. It is a tale woven with mystery, nostalgia, and a touch of the macabre. In the quiet corners of forgotten alleyways, and beneath the glimmer of street lamps, the Collector roams. Each object he salvages carries an imprint, a whisper of the past that echoes down through time. The cracked porcelain of a vase, a shattered mirror reflecting slivers of faces and fleeting moments, and a battered watch ticking away the remnants of second chances. Here, nothing is ever truly broken. Rather, every crack holds an untold narrative, every splintered edge a testimony to the life that once was. In these murmuring fragments, there is an invitation to pause, to listen, and to remember. You might ask, what drives the Collector to seek these things up? In a world that often discards the old for the pristine new, his quest is a rebellion, a refusal to let the forgotten fade into oblivion. As you journey with him, you encounter the symbolism embedded within each item. Consider the delicate hands of a clock whose mechanism has long stopped, marking a moment that time itself has abandoned. It is a poignant reminder that sometimes the most beautiful stories are found in the brokenness of moments past. Imagine browsing through his collection. You see objects meticulously arranged, as if they were sacred relics in a forgotten temple. There is an odd familiarity here. The items evoke bittersweet emotions, reminiscences of heartbreak, loss, and the inevitable passage of time. You begin to understand that the Collector does not merely gather remnants of a lost past. He gathers memories, grief, and the wild whispers of what has been forsaken by time. Each piece is a portal to another world, a world where brokenness mingles with beauty. As the narrative weaves deeper, you visit the abandoned workshop of the Collector. Dim light filters through dusty windows, revealing rows of artifacts resting on weathered shelves. The air is thick with the scent of old paper and the soft rhythmic tick of a clock that never recovers from its broken rhythm. This workshop is not just a space. It's a sanctuary of forgotten stories. Every tool, every scrap of metal and grain of wood is a chapter in the anthology of the past, a testament to the remnants of lives lived, of hopes once kindled, and dreams long dimmed. The Collector's path is neither simple nor straight. With each new object, there is an inevitability, a collision of memories between the object and its former life. The once intangible boundaries separating the artifact and the individual who once cherished it begin to blur. Imagine holding a photograph that has faded with time, each crease and smudge a silent memorial of joy and sorrow. As you trace the outlines with your fingertip, you sense the warmth of human touch, the echoes of laughter, and even the pulses of unspoken regret. In that fleeting moment, the item is more than just broken. It is a living record of what was once treasured. Every broken thing in the Collector's trove silently questions the assiduous pursuit of perfection. Why do we discard what does not meet an ideal? Every flaw, every scar is embraced as a natural part of existence, a unique note in the symphony of life. As you listen, you come to realize that the allure of imperfection is profound. The broken becomes beautiful, a narrative of resilience and rebirth. Creative aberration replaces the sterile embrace of perfection. In the world of the Collector, the damaged objects are poets in their own right, speaking in hushed tones about the fragility and the wonder of human life. Yet, with beauty is the shadow of danger. The Collector's journey is not without its cost. Each object reclaimed carries with it the weight of memories too heavy to bear. When an object embodies the essence of its past owner, it merges into an amalgam of histories. You watch as the Collector struggles with the boundary between restoration and the irreversible change wrought by time. His quest is not about mending broken pieces to create a semblance of wholeness. Rather, it is about preserving the marginal, the almost invisible layers that make up the tapestry of human existence. In this space between mending and losing, you are confronted with a fundamental question: what becomes of a broken thing when all its fragments are reunited? Imagine a delicate porcelain plate, with each shard painstakingly collected over time and arranged meticulously. You wonder whether, in this assembly of fragments, the essence of the original remains lost or subtly transformed. This is the heart of the mystery. Can the past ever be truly restored, or does it similarly succumb to the inexorable pull of time? The collector, like a modern-day alchemist, seems to dance on this tightrope. With each careful reassembly, there is both hope and futility. As you watch from a respectful distance, the tension in his eyes hints at the internal battle between his desire to fix what is broken and the realization that some things were never meant to be whole again. It is as though every repair is a gentle admission that the process of fixing is in itself a fragment of loss, the price of closeness to a piece of history that will forever remain imperfect. Throughout the unfolding narrative, the atmosphere bristles with both melancholy and beauty. You observe how the collector moves through his days, an enigmatic figure cloaked in both sorrow and reverence. His interactions with the remnants of the past reveal an almost mystical quality. He speaks softly to the objects, as if expecting them to respond with their own memories. There is a sense of communion here, a sacred meeting between human and history. The objects, in turn, seem to whisper their accounts, a faint hum of voices, long silenced, echoing through broken glass and weathered wood. In the midst of this ethereal journey, you are drawn to consider the duality of repair and destruction. The collector's work becomes a meditation on vulnerability. The broken things, once discarded, serve as an allegory for the fragile human spirit. They remind you that every imperfection, every fracture, is proof of existence, a badge of honor against the relentless march of time. It is precisely these flaws that celebrate the impermanence and beauty of our own memories and lives. As the narrative deepens, you find yourself questioning your own relationship with the incomplete and the imperfect. How often have you discarded a memory because it was marred by pain? How frequently have you pushed aside a broken part of your own story in pursuit of an elusive ideal? In the collector's journey, you see a reflection of your personal battles, a reminder that in embracing our imperfections, we honor the layers of our lived experiences, the cracks through which our light filters. The tone shifts as you consider the moment when the collection might be deemed complete. What does completion mean when memories are perpetual, ever-evolving echoes of the past? The collector's endeavor is not to restore objects to their original state, but rather to allow them a new life, a life where every fracture is a testament and every fragment a piece of a larger, unending puzzle. With this recognition, you are coaxed into accepting that some losses are essential to the narrative of being human. In cherishing what is broken, you begin to appreciate that every incomplete story has a beauty that mere perfection could never capture. As you near the culmination of this reflective odyssey, you imagine a moment of haunting silence when time seems to stand still. The collector surveys his trove, a mosaic of memories, and in that moment you understand that the price he has paid is more than psychological, it is existential. To fix what was never meant to be whole is to challenge fate itself, to engage in a delicate dance with the inevitability of loss. The collector's quiet determination is a meditation on the unstoppable passage of time, a poignant ballet between mending and letting go. Yet, intertwined with this meditation is an invitation, a call for you to examine your own perspective on brokenness. The narrative gently encourages you to see that the act of collecting is not merely one of assembly, but of deep acknowledgement. It is a powerful reaffirmation that every marred relic or splintered artifact is imbued with secrets of the heart, a secret that you too carry within. In this dark yet luminous space, The broken is not to be pitied or discarded, but revered as part of the intricate collage that forms the essence of lived life. Every detail of this story is steeped in symbolism. The subtle clink of shattered glass, the echo of a half-healed scar, and the soft rustle of rain on an old tin roof all play their part in an expansive symphony that speaks about loss and resurrection. It is a narrative that resonates with those who have ever felt the sting of imperfection, yet found solace in it. You realize that in embracing the fragments of what has been lost, you ultimately learn to find beauty in your own scars. As the narrative draws closer to its enigmatic end, you are left with an abiding question. What is the ultimate cost of clinging to broken memories, and can any measure of repair ever truly recapture the original spark? Perhaps this is the magic of the collector's world. A delicate balance exists between salvaging the past and accepting that some damage is irrevocable. The journey is an eternal dialogue with impermanence, a conversation that whispers that every attempt at restoration is in reality a loving tribute to the totality of life. In the waning light of a fog-kissed evening, you picture the collector standing silently before his assembly, a solitary figure amid a labyrinth of recollections. His gaze, warm yet sorrowful, surveys a collection that seems to pulse with its own heartbeat. Here lies a treasure trove of broken things, each a testament to human frailty and the unyielding passage of time. The recurring refrain is clear. Some things are indeed better left forgotten, yet they continue to matter in ways that defy the conventional measures of completeness. Every item in his collection invites you to remember that beauty and tragedy often reside in the same space. This exploration of brokenness, as seen through the collector's eyes, calls upon you to confront more than just the physical remnants of the past. It beckons you toward introspection. In a world obsessed with restoration and perfection, the nuanced art of cherishing what is broken becomes a radical act of self-acceptance. You are encouraged to see each crack as the result of life's wear and tear, and each repaired piece as an emblem of bravery, a silent ode to the resilience that lies at the heart of every personal narrative. As our narrative journey nears its close, the haunting question lingers. When the collector's collection is deemed complete, what void remains? It is then that you understand the paradox of the quest. The completion of a collection is not an end, but a poignant reflection of life's endless cycle of loss and recognition. For in every polished memento, a piece of the mystery remains, fragile, intangible, and eternally elusive. The collector's ultimate work is not an act of fixing, but a continuous celebration of brokenness, a declaration that to be imperfect is to be profoundly human. Now, as the curtain falls on this evocative journey, you carry with you the lingering echo of each broken shard and the resonant hum of memories. The world of the collective of broken things is a mirror to your own inner landscape, a place where every fractured element holds meaning, and every imperfection is an invitation to embrace the full spectrum of life. In the end, you may find that the beauty of broken things lies not in their restoration, but in their ability to remind you of the delicate interplay between what is lost and what is ultimately cherished. In a final, quiet moment, the images of shattered glass, weathered porcelain, and relics of lives past coalesce into a singular truth. Life, with all its imperfections, is an intricate tapestry of moments. Each broken piece, every cherished memory, and all the grace found in the impermanent are indispensable threads woven into the story of existence. And as you step away from this narrative, you are gently urged to look at your own life's fragments with tender reverence, being mindful that sometimes the most dangerous and yet most beautiful things are not what is lost, but what is bravely found amidst despair. The soft strains of a melancholic melody begin to swell in the backdrop as you are left standing at the edge of a timeless journey. In that lingering note, the legacy of the collector continues, an everlasting call to honor every broken piece of a once whole world. This narrative, wrought with the vivid textures of memory and the warmth of reflective solitude, invites you to cherish the stories held within every broken artifact. Embracing the alluring mystery of decay and resilience, you walk away with the quiet knowledge that every imperfection contributes to the majestic, albeit sometimes haunting, mosaic of life. Every shattered fragment is a verse in the rare poetry of existence, affirming that to be broken is simply to be deeply and beautifully alive.